Okay ladies, after another week of just being a sweat and not uploading for a week, I finally unlocked Borealis. I got for you today the ultimate guide to unlocking Borealis so that you can avoid the same mistakes I did when going for this camo. Very similar to my interstellar guide, I'm not going over every single gun and telling you the best attachments to use. But while we're at it, for every gun I usually run the biggest mag, a sight, a barrel that helps with velocity and recoil, a laser that helps with ADS and sprint of fire, and lastly either a stock or rear grip that also helps with ADS and sprint of fire. I'm going over almost every challenge and the most efficient way to do them, so you can unlock the camo 10 times faster. Unlike in multiplayer, there's not really many glitches with the challenges to help you unlock it faster, but there's definitely an easier way to unlock it once you know how. Before we get into the challenges, I would recommend completing at least Act 1 of the story, just so you can have your second insured slot. Being able to load up the game with 2 of your guns will make the camo grind so much easier for yourself. First challenge I'll be going over is getting kills while having 4 perks active. In zombies, it's pretty hard to get cash and buy perks, so the best way to get perks, if you don't already load up the game having them using schematics or rewards, would be just doing the free perk Easter eggs. Alright, first perk, you're gonna want to go to E1, right on top of this like cylinder. You don't have to go all the way up, first floor is fine. Then you simply just jump off, you glide through these 3 rings, and that is how you get Death Perception. Right below Death Perception, close by in D2, is this bird statue. With legit any card, even Bertha's work for this, just right off the bird, over the bunny, just like that you just got a free speed cola. Right below speed cola and C3, you're gonna find this like campfire. Use either thermite, molotov, throw it on the campfire, wait a second for the bubble to appear, and just like that you got Juggernaut.
I'm the Juggernaut, bitch!
All the way down in D7, you'll find this one building right outside the orange zone. Take the stairs all the way up to the top. Once you've reached the top, you should hear. That's how you know you just got stamina up. Now for our 5th perk, you're going to want to go to the right of stamina up in G7. You'll find this building, and remember, be sure you're in the corner or else it won't work. Then with the sniper or any scope that lets you hold your breath, hold it right on the head of the bunny on this crane. You don't have to shoot it. I just got jump scared. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how you acquire the tombstone perk. Right next to the tombstone perk in H7, you'll find this big mansion. Go to the very top and just dolphin dive into the pool.
Oh lord.
Just make sure when you dolphin dive, make sure you're close enough to the bunny that it works. That is how you get PhD Flopper. Right above PhD Flopper on the highway in I-5, you'll find these, I don't know what you call them, these like highway signs. Anyways, you pretty much want to go under them with either a buggy or a quad bike. Any other vehicle and it won't work, they're too slow. Wait for the laugh and then race to the other sign. Be sure to stay on the right lane the whole time, if not it won't work. And if you did it fast enough, you'll receive a quick revive perk. Above quick revive in I3, you'll find this next spot, the last perk. Jump on the rubble right behind the flowers, and with a grenade or semtex, just throw it through the window. If you did it right, you should see the bubble appear, and that is how you get your final free perk, Headshot Dagger. I would definitely recommend doing the easy perks like the first 4 I mentioned, just because they're close to each other and don't require a certain car, gun, or lethal to complete. Getting kills in medium or high threat zones. Fastest way to get kills in general is either the Sport Control contract or the Outlast contract. But once you're in the orange zone, if you do the Outlast contract, you will have special zombies that spawn in like Manglers and Disciples. This is important for a later on challenge, but for now it's probably easier to just do the Sport Control contract for this challenge. If you don't know what critical kills are, they're pretty much just headshots, so just get headshots. For the 10 kills in 5 seconds challenge, the fastest way to do this is finding infested stronghold in tier 1, shoot the spores, let the zombies spawn in, group them up, and kill them. You can also do this with the sport contract over and over until you get the challenge done. Best way to get mimic kills is doing these infested strongholds. The mimics here are weaker and faster to kill compared to the mimics you get with the bounty contract. If you go to a tier 1 stronghold, only 1 mimic will spawn, but if you go to a tier 2 stronghold, you'll have 2 mimics per stronghold. You can also try a bounty contract in tier 1, but it's 50-50 whether or not you get a mimic or mangler, and the bounty mimics have so much more health than the stronghold mimics, so keep that in mind. And you know how it goes. When you need a mimic bounty, you never get a mimic, you only get manglers, and vice versa. Kills affected by tactical. Dual sport contract, round up the zombies, and with legit any tactical like decoys, gas grenade, shock charge, or stun, use it and it'll count. Zombies usually drop tacticals when killed, so if you run out, just look for them, pick one up, and repeat. Or you could quickly run over to an ammo resupply nearby. If you need Hellhound Kills quick, just do an Outlast contract in tier 1, and you'll complete this challenge in no time. They just keep spawning over and over. Cross damage kills is just equipping this mod to your gun. Fire damage kills is this mod. Electric damage is this mod. And toxic damage kills is this mod. Once you equip the specific mod to your gun for the challenge, any and every kill counts towards the challenge as long as the gun has the mod equipped. If you need Mangler Kills, fastest way is doing a tier 1 escort contract. Quick heads up though, these escort contracts are sometimes weird. Sometimes you'll have like 5 to 6 Manglers spawn in, and sometimes you only have 1 or 2. You could also do a bounty contract, but the Manglers are stronger and take longer to kill compared to the Manglers that spawn in for the escort contract. For rare gun kills, your gun needs to be the color blue or higher, like purple or gold, but blue is the more common one you'll have. You actually get the rare Aether Tool schematic by doing the Act 2 Exterminator mission, so do that if you haven't. It's easy, but if you don't have the schematic yet, best way to get the rare Aether Tool, the blue tool, is by clearing infested strongholds. They usually always have at least one chest with a blue tool for you. For kills shortly after using your field upgrade, I would recommend using the Frenzied Guard field upgrade because you attract all the zombies when you use it. So go ahead, do a Spore contract or an Outlast contract, round up the zombies in a group, use the field upgrade, and kill the horde of zombies. You usually get to like 8 to 10 kills every time you do, so do it like 10 times and you'll have the challenge done. For Mercenary Kills, these bastards have aimbot, so careful whenever you go near them. I would recommend doing this rocket ship contract or find these mercenary camps anywhere around the map. With either method, keep your distance from them and be sure you always have cover to go to. If you just run in and try to kill them, you're most likely gonna die, so just be careful, sweetie. Now for the hardest challenge in my opinion, Disciple Kills. Fastest way to get Disciple Kills is doing an escort contract in the orange zone. In tier 1, Disciples won't spawn in, so make sure you find one in tier 2, the orange zone. With this contract, you'll have a weaker version of either a Mangler or Disciple that spawns in every stop. Same as I said before, sometimes you'll get a lot of these special zombies and sometimes you'll get a few. It really just, you gotta get lucky. Oh, by the way, there's only one contract that spawns in at a time, so if you don't get it, you gotta wait like 10 minutes. You could also do a bounty contract, but heads up, you won't always get a Disciple. You can't cancel any contract and keep picking them up until it gives you a Disciple. But be careful, these Disciples steal health, so if your gun isn't pack-a-punch to at least tier 2, it's gonna take you quite a while to kill these things, especially with the weaker guns. Which is why escort Disciples are way better. They're easier to kill, have so much more less health compared to the bounty Disciples. For Hipfire Kills, just run akimbo. You'll do twice the damage and it counts as Hipfire Kills. Final challenge is for the sniper. Make sure your gun is at least green rarity or pack-a-punch when doing this challenge. If not, your sniper won't be strong enough to go through 3 zombies. Golden Enigma. For this camo, if you did any challenge that requires kills, those kills also count towards this camo. You don't have to exfil, load another game up, then get 100 kills, and then exfil again. As long as you completed the last basic camo you needed and got 100 kills in that match, you can exfil and you should be good. So pretty much in one single game, you could unlock Gold Enigma for both your guns. After completing all the Gold Enigma camos, next is the most tedious and time consuming one in my opinion, Zircon Scale. Fastest way to do this is have some raw Ethereum crystals saved up and only take in 1 in the match with you. I say only take in 1 because by the time you get 300 kills with your first gun, you'll have enough to pack-a-punch your second gun. And if you brought 2, you're pretty much just wasting your crystals. Final camo is Serpentinite. Serpentinite? I don't know. Get 10 special or elite zombie kills, which is just get Mangler, Mimic, or Disciple kills. Not as bad as the one before, but still pretty annoying. Easiest and fastest way to complete this is by doing a whole bunch of contracts in tier 1 and going to infested strongholds in both tier 1 and in the orange zone. You could also do escorts in tier 1, but it's random. Sometimes you get a lot of Manglers, sometimes you don't. It takes too much time anyways to only get 4 special zombie kills. Do either one of these methods for your first gun. For your second gun, you should have a whole bunch of money at this point in the game, so go upgrade it and do an Outlast in the orange zone. This is truly the fastest way to get 10 special zombie kills, but the only downside is it does get pretty hectic really quick, and unless you have a good gun, you're gonna die. Keep going in and out to prevent the contract from completing, and you'll have unlimited amount of special zombies to spawn in, and you'll get it done in no time. And there you go, ladies and gentlemen, that's all the tips and tricks that you can hopefully use to your advantage to get this camo done easier and smoother for yourself.
I saw it on the internet.